Welcome back to another tutorial. Right now I am filming in the month of April, and today's a rainy day, tomorrow will be a sunny day. Yesterday was a sunny day. It's beautiful in Vancouver right now. We have pink and red and white blossoms everywhere. The grass is green, lots of green plants are growing. It's just a beautiful time in this city. This month we are hopefully all around the world celebrating Earth Day. So I thought I'd do a tutorial, very easy, very simple picture painted with watercolors. I decided to do watercolors because I know more and more kids have watercolor kits at home now. This is just a very simple thing, an image that I saw online. What you're going to need for this is some kind of large circular object that will fit your piece of paper. You might not have the same size I have, and I do have watercolor paper. You're also going to need a pencil. We're going to just outline some things like the mountains, the tree lines, the cherry blossom trees, and some of the waves in the water. So watercolor paints. We're also going to use a Sharpie or a fine liner at the very end when it's all dry. Keep a paper towel handy. I always like to keep a scrunched up paper towel to dab in case there's a color on there that's too dark or there's too much water. You need to be very careful with the amount of water you use. And you are also going to need brushes. So I have 3 different kinds of brushes here. I use this big fat brush, pointed brush, for the background just to get the colors on. Just a big wash basically for most of them. I also have a very thin one. That's for some of the finer details. And I have this flat brush that I used, well, I kind of went over it with dark color, like I wanted the trees back here darker, so I went over it 2 times. Okay, so let's celebrate Earth Day by doing this beautiful West Coast picture that is representative of everything we have here on the West Coast. Beautiful mountains, lots of green forests, cherry blossoms, and the ocean. Okay, I'm all set up here. I have my paper taped to my background. I'm not putting a border on it this time, but I am just tacking it down so it won't slide. This is my round object. You can see it's bigger than the paper, but that's okay. I just want it round. I'm going to be painting on the round surface. I have my pencil and eraser. I have my brushes here. I have my paints. I have my water glass. I have my Sharpie. And I have this is actually a towel, not a paper towel, but it also will work to absorb some of the paint or some of the water that has gotten a little out of hand. You see my pencil is not very sharp, but that's okay because I'm going to be pressing really hard, first of all, so you can see it. Second of all, because it doesn't matter, I want some of the lines to show through the watercolor paints. Okie dokie. So the first thing I want to do is put down my circle and just outline the parts of it that are on the paper. That's all. Thank you very much for your service. Now I'm going to put my mountains at the top. You can do 2 mountains or 3. How about we just do 3 simple ones? Now they're not super pointy. You can see I'm not making sharp points, right? I'm just making little rounded peaks. And maybe there's one more over here. They do have snow on them. And that's it. Those are our mountains. I'm going to put a row of trees in the back, and they're all really just going to be pointy and maybe different heights. They're not all going to be the same height, and I'm going carefully. I'm not going zig, 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 zig. Okay, that's going to be our dark background tree line. Then we're going to have another one in the front. And I'm going to make these ones a little wider. Again, shorter, taller. Actually, we're going to put our cherry blossoms first. So just make some fluffy cloud-like things. You can put 3 or 4. I'm going to put 3 in this one. I'm also going to put a bit of a line at just under, well, maybe between the trees to show the end of the tree line here. Then I'm going to put a bit of a wavy shore because this is where my ocean's going to be. Now in my ocean, I'm just going to put some swirly lines just for something interesting. I'm going to start from the inner part of my circle, and if you've ever done handwriting, it actually is going to look a bit like a C, and then I'm going to come around like this and stop at the line there. I'm even going to bring it around a little bit more. And that's it for our pencil drawing. All right, the first thing we're going to paint is the blue sky. I'm going to take my wide brush, dip it in the water, and I'm just going to paint with the water the sky. I'm going to go around the mountains. Remember, when we paint with watercolor, the paint will only stick to where the water is. So don't let the paint run onto your mountains or to the outside of your border. And don't keep dipping your brush into the water. We don't want an ocean in our sky. Okay, there's water there. Now I'm going to dip it into a light sky blue type color. And I'm just going to dab on here and there. I want it to look like there are clouds in the sky, so I'm just going to kind of dab it. And then when it dries, it'll look pretty cool. That's good enough for me. The next thing I'm going to do is paint the dark green trees. These are the ones in between the squiggly lines. You'll notice I didn't put water on first because I want to put the paint on directly and I want it to be kind of dark. Now this is not as dark as I want it to be, but when it dries, we'll go over it again. All right, now we're going to paint the water. And I would like to mix a little bit of blue and purple. And yes, I'm going to put some water on first. You can do it right over your waves. That's okay because we're going to go over the waves later. And then I'm going to dip into my purple and just get a little more of a blendy, pretty color in there. Do you notice how I'm doing them, not layer by layer, but I'm skipping in between because you know what'll happen if I put some water on the mountain and then start painting it a color. If it touches the sky and the sky is still wet, it'll all bleed, and I don't want it to do that. So I'm coloring the layers that aren't actually going to be touching yet. Next thing I'm going to do are the cherry blossoms, and I'm going to use a little bit of a smaller, thinner brush. And yes, I am going to paint with water inside the cherry blossoms first. And I'll do one here first before I do the other two, just to show you. Okay, and then I'm going to get my really pink paint. And I'm going to just dab it here and there. Then I'm going to wash that off. I'm washing it off and I'm drying my brush a little bit. And then I'm going to go around and blend it a little. I'm especially going over the pencil marks, just because I want to cover them and get them all colored. And you see I've got a few white bits in there. I'm going to leave those. I like them. All right, you can do the next two trees the same way. Okay, I am going to take my flathead brush now, wet it, and I'm going to paint my mountains, but I'm not going to paint the snow. So I'm just going to paint inside here. And you know what? I want to make them purple. Let's make some purple mountains. I can see that my sky is still a little bit wet, so I'm thinking I'm not going to go right up to my pencil line. Same with my trees. In order for me to get the little edges, I'm going to turn my paper so I can hold my brush sideways. This is where this flat edge comes in handy. Okay, that is a very light purple, and I'm going to add a little bit of pink in there, and I'm going to add that to my purple mountain. Okay, I know there's a lot of water on my mountains. I'm just going to do a little dabbing, not very hard, just to pick up some of that water. Now I'm going to do the green grass around the cherry blossoms here. Again, I'm going to use my flat brush, and I'm going to try to use a different green than the one I used here, and I'm going to use a very bright green for this one here. I'm going to do maybe a combination of green and brown and just do the lawn. Okay, while the grass is drying, we're going to come down here to our waves and put some purple on there. So I'm going to use a finer brush, one of my smaller brushes with a pointy tip, dip it into purple, and just go over my waves. Remember, don't go over that ledge here. I'm also going to just do the shoreline. Okay, let that dry. I'll use the same brush, and I'm going to do some light green trees here. Now, hopefully your paint kits will have different shades of green. If not, try blending some colors. Maybe put some green with yellow in order to get this lighter color. Because remember, the ones in the background are dark, and now these ones are going to be more bright or lime green. Okay, that's looking quite nice. I'm going to use my flat brush again. I'm going to get it a little bit wet and then dry it a bit and go into my dark green and just go over the dark green here a bit. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is take my fine brush again, and I'm going to dip it into a dark brown, and we're going to do our cherry tree trunks. I'm also going to clean that brush and dip back into the pink a little bit and just add a little more pink to that one tree that I took a lot of color out of. Okay, I'm going to go back with a medium-sized brush, make it a bit wet. I'm going to get some purple and then some blue. And I just want to go over my ocean. I'm just going very lightly. I'm not wrecking those waves just yet. I just want to put different colors into this beautiful ocean. Add some more blue just to get the blue in there. I'm just going to go a little bit over my mountains again with a little bit more pinky purple, just to get it a little darker. And again, it's wet and kind of flat. I'm just going to dab a little for some texture. Okay, let dry. Okay, so our last bit is now just to outline with our fine liner. Make sure your painting is dry before you put your hand on it. We're going to do the lines of the mountains as well as the snow. Alrighty, now when it comes to our ocean here, I might just add a little bit more than the swirls we have in here already. So let's put these in. I'm just going to do some swirlies in here. Are we done? Why, yes, we are. You can outline this, or you can cut it out. Whatever you'd like to do. If you want to write Happy Earth Day, you can do that. And there we go. Happy Earth Day, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you want to see some more of my art tutorials, just look at my channel, Yela Productions. They're all there. Crayon tutorials, oil pastel, more watercolor, acrylic painting, and thanks for watching. Bye.